What is the deal, everybody? What's happening, man? You back for another episode of the Turf and Rundown Show. You know what time it is. We back like we are every Thursday, man. Turf, how you feeling today? Huh?
I'm feeling great, boss. I'm feeling excited, man. I mean, these playoffs are coming to an end. It's time to start talking about what we care about most, right? Which is the Las Vegas Raiders, baby.
It's a big fact. And salute to everybody that is here. Salute to everybody that is in the chat. We're gonna go through it. Steve, what is the deal? Got here early. What's up, man?
Yes,
Coach
sir,
AP, GM Kelly. Coach AP and GM Kelly for me, please. I agree.
Yes, sir.
Job, what's the deal? Always somebody that I count on coming up in here, man. What's going on with you, brother? Okay. Jim Harbaugh only has 4 teams he's interested in: Chargers, Falcons, Bears, Washington. I believe that as well. We're not even nowhere on the radar of Jim Harbaugh. Nope. And he ain't even requested no interview.
Nah. He knows.
Come on now.
He knows.
We pretty much know. You know?
Knows. Yep.
In other news, Andy Reid is planning to retire real soon. Health condition. I heard that, and we'll get into that a little later, but I did hear something about that as well.
That's a problem. That's a problem. Yeah.
I did hear something about that as well. I don't think he retires after this year, but I think it's coming to an end. It's coming to an end.
Absolutely.
Jonathan,
shout out, Tony. I appreciate that, boss. We need every single one we can get, as you know. So for sure, we appreciate it.
How close are we, man? How close are we to that 1,000?
Man, I'm at like 760.
Okay. Hey, you heard it here, folks. He has 760. All right, we need to go ahead and get him to where he needs to be. All right, everybody understand that.
We getting there. We getting
We're pushing for 1,000 turf to get his 1,000, man. So appreciate everybody that's helping us along that way as well.
Absolutely.
Oh, what's up, man? My dog. Man, we have already told Harbaugh we plan to go with AP. Yeah. And don't want to interview due to that. Harbaugh and Mark Davis. Yeah, I mean, if you know you ain't gonna get the job, what's the point? You feel me? Like, why do it?
Is it Federal or is it Federo?
I feel like it's Federal.
Federal, right?
Hey, you
let us know, Federal.
Yeah, please, because we might be
let us know.
Saying your name wrong this whole goddamn time.
Exactly.
We want to get everybody's name right.
I want to get you right. You've been saluting for a minute. We appreciate that. So I'm getting you right, bro. Federal.
That's a big fact. Harbaugh never had us on his list. Yeah. Shout out. Hey, look, Real Men and Raiders in the chat. Shout out, CT. What's the deal, man? What is the deal with you?
TRS.
All right, we got one more. Hey, dude, can Raiders defense carry team with Aiden not improving significantly? Not as of right now. Still some more pieces to be had in order to do that. But they're close. They're close, but they're not carrying the team to me. What do you think?
Nah, not yet. Not yet. We need a couple of pieces. We need a little
bit more. It take a little bit more dogs to do that.
Exactly.
We ain't got that. We ain't got that yet.
We're close. Like you say,
we're close. Very close. We better not get another one of those Patriots hands coach. We gonna get into that, Oscar, man. We gonna get into that one more for Killy, my dog. What's up, man? How you doing, man? That's my guy right here. So, shout out to everybody in the chat. You know what we do. You know how we get down, right? So, usually we do turf talk, but since it's the off season, we can't talk turf, right? So we're going to just get right into it, but guarantee we're going to have some more segments for y'all as the off season comes along. We're going to create some more off season stuff for y'all, guarantee.
Exactly.
But we're going to start off like this, and we already been talking about it, so go ahead and get it out of the way, right?
Yeah.
The Raiders still haven't hired their head coach or GM. Now, there's a little bit of panic and a little bit of disdain to me amongst the fan base where it's like, all right, bro, like it's taking a little long. But the longer it goes to me, I feel like that bodes well for Champ and AP the longer it goes, right? I mean, that and us not hearing anything, that's the whole thing. Because it'd be different if, it's going this long and they talking about interviewing back to back to back, and now you like talking about credible coaches and all. You like, oh yeah, it might be bad, but they haven't done that. So what's your take on that?
Man, I really don't know what's going on. The one thing I do know that would be very wise and very smart, if they do already know that they've made their decision, and they're not divulging that yet to make everybody else deal with that, I think that would be brilliant. See, and I don't know if anybody's ever even thought about looking at it from the perspective of, hey, Raiders still haven't picked anybody yet. You know what I mean? Like, real talk. Let's think about it. Like,
True.
You want Antonio Pierce, and he still hasn't made, signed on the dotted line. That's making you hold out. We know what we're going to do. You see what I'm saying?
Because they have other candidates.
Exactly. So, you know what I'm saying? We could be playing chess right here, regardless of our fans losing their damn mind because they can't comprehend that you don't want to always just tip your hand. I mean, think about it, man. Even if he is the choice, you didn't want to just automatically go out there and put it out there like that. You're playing your hand too fast, and you really want to make other people have to do their homework, due diligence, and let them sweat. Feel me?
Yeah, I agree. I fully agree, man. Just look, to me, it's because I was getting a little worried too, right? But hearing what you just said right now makes hella sense, or it makes hella sense. Playing chess, not checkers with these other teams, okay? Because they have to be in the waiting, and maybe they lose a candidate or two waiting for somebody else, right? But not only that, people have started to, connect some dots and say, what if they're trying to hire, the full staff before they make the announcement? So that includes offensive coordinator, right? So we know Patrick Graham, I keep saying like 90, 95%. He comes back and AP comes back, right?
Yep.
So, boom, there. Because I didn't think he was getting the head coach job from the jump. Like, I like PG, but I don't think he's there right now. I think there are other candidates you can put in front of him.
There you go.
That's just me. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
We named like 4 the other day, and we was like, he's not going to get, like, there's at least 4, and now you're talking about veteran head coaches now? Like at least 6 to 7.
Correct.
That's just.
I mean, yeah. I don't know, man. There's a lot of coaches out there right now, good ones too. On top of it, I mean, I think we hold out as long as we can. We make somebody else make a bad decision, right? And that's kind of what I think you're gonna see too, is the dominoes will fall once that that big nugget hits. I don't know. The other good question is who signs who first. That's what who do you think signs someone first, and who do you think is the first coach to be signed? That's an interesting question.
I have heard a lot of talk ramping up about Bill going to Atlanta.
Yes, that sounds very reasonable.
And
that sounds very reasonable.
No, it's not bad, bro. Like the team is young enough and it needs leadership. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
He needs some leadership. But they need to figure out that quarterback position. I don't know if they're gonna do with that.
Absolutely. Oh, of course. They know. I mean, it's
Bill going over there to be GM as well. Like, that's the next thing. I'm like, bro, what evidence have you shown me, Bill? And I like, Bill is all time. But what evidence have you shown me that you can pick a quarterback or any draft pick for that matter? Like, your draft picks ain't been all that good.
No, not at all, man. Not at all. I mean, and that's part of his problem. I mean, that's kind of what's got him in this position. If you think about it, I mean, he's been the guy, right? He's been the head honcho. He's got all decisions. But let's keep it 100. We know he hasn't been the one going out there picking N'Keal Henry over AJ Brown and the other people in that draft.
He was.
I mean, he was the one that said yes, but we know that there were other scouts. That was giving him this knowledge, that was telling him, go with this one. He got all of that. Exactly. You can't do it all. You can't do it all, bro.
Yes.
You can't do it all.
It's like with everything, bro. Like, even like if you was working a 9 to 5, like, and you had other people that could help you obtain the same goal, why are you putting like 3 times the stress on yourself? You know what I mean? Like some people can do it, sure, but I think like that of the NFL is dying out to me. Like a coach that does everything. And I'm like, you don't do that no more.
It's impossible.
You can't do that anymore.
It's impossible.
That's why we were losing. We letting this dude have all this control. All the good teams have good GM and coach relationships. We just sitting here in prehistoric ages, letting the coach do the whole thing. Like, unless this man had like 5 Super Bowl rings, it's a whole different story, which Belichick does. But at the same time, he ain't shown that he can do it. So it's like, all right, fine. Beat him back, right? Yep. So,
my bad.
No, you good. But
yeah.
Easy. What's up, man? Champ was also present during head coach interview. That's a fact. He was, and we talked about that the last live.
Correct. I mean, and rightfully so. As the GM, that's your job. That's where you should be. And even though you're still the interim, you still have to help with that. That even if you aren't the guy to do it, you should still be doing those things. So,
see, and I said it yesterday though. I don't know how you feel, but I'm like, it'd be pretty, like from a business sense, that'd be pretty stupid to have this dude in your interviews and you're not going to hire him. Like, what is that?
And he's going to go somewhere else, and he'll go somewhere else to have all that knowledge. And that's what
it don't make no sense. That don't make no sense at all. That'd be the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Right. I mean, I think it's very right. I think it's very clear where we're going. It's just a matter of, hey, let's not tip our hat. Let's make everybody else sweat. You know what I'm saying? I really believe in playing chess at this level, and I don't think anybody's thinking about it. Nobody, right? Everybody just hurry up and make a decision already. So, you know what I'm saying? We're not going to gain anything by doing that. No, all we're doing is helping everybody else out because that starts the dominoes falling. So, I mean, man, we can wait till everybody else sign everybody they want to sign because we know our guys ain't signed. AP ain't going to anybody. Exactly, because he already knows he has the gig. Come on, even the way he's acting. Come on, people. Like, you really see this? You know what I mean? Like, and hey, we could all be wrong. At the last minute, this man might change his mind. Hey,
that would be wild. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like,
it would be wild. But
that would be wild.
I was talking to Chris, man. Protect the Shield. Shout out to Protect the Shield. And hey, I'm telling you, man. When I was in Vegas, I talk. You know me. I'm a gabber, and I didn't meet many pit bosses that constantly had to remind me how cutthroat and how ruthless and just cold-blooded Mark Davis can be as a businessman, right? And and that's why they're like, man, I wouldn't put it past him. Like they really are honestly in their mind thinking that he won't be the guy because for one, they believe that he believes that there needs to be some superstar coach here because it's fake. So I'm just giving y'all the rundown what a lot of the people that live in Vegas think, meaning that, you know, the casinos, the people that should be in the know, you know what I mean? And obviously the people that service, right, the high rollers and so forth. So yeah, I'm just giving y'all what they're thinking, and I'm telling y'all a lot. I'm talking a lot of them think this way. And that's the hard problem. So I mean, we all could be getting the curveball here shortly.
But it's like you don't get to the point that he is as a businessman without being at least some sort of cutthroat. Right. I mean, that's a fact. Like, you know what I mean? To get that type of money, there are decisions that must be made, and all of them ain't good and easy decisions. You know what I mean? So I understand that. This is a little different to me. It's more like with Rich, I never got the sense that there was like, you know, the comfort of saying like we gotta do it already. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if not mistaken, they was over there hiring people on the low, or not hiring, interviewing people on the low when Rich was still the interim, and you know what I mean? They was still talking to people. You know what I mean? It was wide open. The whole search was wide open. This don't seem like no wide open search. Nah. It just seems like, you know, like, all right, we'll interview this, and this. You know, Jim was in LA. That's only a couple hours away. We don't want to talk to you, Jim. Right. You know, like we're not doing none of that. So, like you said, it's only a matter of time. It's not. Right.
And Jonathan, I mean,
and
how is it risking anything if we've already told people they're hired and ready for, you know, ready to go, but we're just not ready to announce it yet because we want everybody else to think they still have a shot at you. We want everybody else.
I was just thinking that. I was just about to respond. Now, we just talked about, right, how some of the comments on my last video made me think, like, okay, what if they are trying to hire the whole staff, right, and do the whole thing?
Right.
Interesting enough, right, we talked about Cliff Kingsbury in the chat. Now, I'm in a video, whatever,
Right.
where there's fire. All of a sudden, he has an interview with the Bears.
Right.
Right.
They didn't even fire. They do need an offensive coordinator, but they didn't fire their head coach. So
that's what I'm saying. Like, if he walk out the building without no deal, my brain is gonna get to working and the gears gonna get to turning for me, because then I'm like, okay, I've already heard once already that from granted it's Cowherd, right? But at the end of the day, he still was comfortable enough to say this on the show. So at the end of the day, there's something to it. Okay, he leads the Bears. He leads the Bears. And now all of a sudden, he come over here for an interview. I'm gonna be like, all right, I see what they're doing.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, it's the only thing that makes sense. And it's the more and more I sit right and think about it, the more and more it makes even that much more sense. I mean, why give anybody else any favors in this? You don't get any kudos or extra points for helping out other teams with their front office. Because pulling AP down, pulling Champ down, and you're seeing it all through it. They are big splash hires, so why not keep dangling the bait? We know what we're doing with them. I'm telling you, even AP, in my opinion, has shown us the signs. Yeah, shout out to Sun God. It's always but I've seen so many, whether somebody cut it up and made it seem that way or not, but I mean, he's just made so many subtle comments. We'll see you in 24. Like, he's made some comments to where, bro, y'all gotta understand they playing chess. Like, all this yelling and name them right away and all of this stuff we're doing, it's not helping anything. I mean, it's not hurting. I mean, but it's not helping. So, I mean, I don't know. Yeah.
Definitely. And facts, BZ, everybody, man, hit the likes for us, man. If you new, welcome to the Turtle Rundown Show, man. Much appreciated for everybody that's here. There's much love, but
absolutely,
like the subscribe button, man. Help the brothers out, man. We're trying to get Unk over there to 1,000, right? I'm trying to get more red on mine. So you know what it is.
We're trying to double. We're trying to get you to 2.
You know what I mean? Some of my investments all year. That's what I'm on. But let me see what we got. Protect the Shield says that black Atlanta culture gonna drive Bill crazy. I'm gonna tell you something right now.
Don't kill him, but I'm
going to tell you something right now, Chris. I live here right now. He gonna love this shit. I'm telling you, they gonna love his ass, bro. I'm telling you right now, bro. They are going to love him.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that.
Bro,
I kind of agree with
Bill look like he gonna be cool. I'm not gonna lie. Like, Bill look like he gonna survive.
Yeah.
I've had coaches like that before. You'd be like, I don't know about this dude. But for real, like,
right, behind the scenes.
Yep. Yeah.
No, I know exactly what you're saying. Now, that's an issue. I'm telling you, out of all the places, I think that's where he actually shines. I think he gets it in there. It's a weak division. It's something that already has something in place. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's fire.
I like this shit. The more I think about it, the more I like it. I'm not gonna lie. I like that. That's good for Bill. You get a young team that needs some leadership, needs some guidance. He just got to get some offense around him. You know, I don't care. As long as he's in the NFC, I don't care. Yeah,
exactly. Nobody cares. Exactly.
Yeah, it is what it is, bro.
Shout out Myra G.
That's what I'm saying. Shout out to Myra, man. What's going on?
That's family. Yep.
Yeah. So look. This is what I do want to bring up. Since we are talking about, conference and all that. Okay. Now, I guess we can start here because we might as well.
Right.
The Vrabel and the Raider rumors, right? This one's gonna be quick because I'm gonna shut it down already. That shit was false. All right. Everybody that needs to hear it, that's not true. There was no Vrabel to Raider connection, bro. Whatever the case, there's not even an interview scheduled. So, regardless, like,
hey,
what are we talking about?
I've already explained how I see, right, a different side and spectrum that should give you at least a thought. Let's look at this one. You're absolutely right. Brady is Vrabel's homeboy. So he's absolutely going to do every and anything to get him top dollar. Because now if the Raiders are showing interest, free up and hop on the bandwagon before the Raiders get. You see what I'm saying, people? Like, it's
connected
than you think, in my opinion. This is chess. It's not checkers. And I think if you really sit down and slow yourself down and really start to look at the chess pieces move, it makes a lot of sense. It just makes a lot of sense. And all we keep doing is yelling at the screen, yelling and trying to force our team to play their hand, and they don't have to. That's the other part. Like, my question, and somebody please tell me, somebody in the chat, tell me what goodness it's going to do outside of all of us being able to sigh relief. What else is it going to do by telling the rest of the world we already hired our front office and staff for the rest of the, for the next season? What is it going to do? Nothing. Zero. It's only going to help everybody else that needs front office.
So it's gonna calm us down, you know what I mean? But if they know the moves, then it don't matter. You know what I mean? Like, if they know that they're moving forward with Champion AP, then, like, I don't care about no information that you gotta tell us. We gonna know what we know. Because if Champ is already hired and that's what you saying, Mark, I'm cool because he gets to keep the scouting department intact. You feel what I'm saying?
Correct.
And you dropping knowledge tonight, Turf. You dropping knowledge, man. Everybody, you did not understand what he said. Like, okay, the Raider to Vrabel connection may not be true, but the Tom Brady thing is all but true. Like, of course you may put little whispers up in here.
Absolutely.
Right? You started. All right? That's what you do. So, I mean, as long as I don't see no formal interview, right, where all Schefter and, Schultz and all you do, as long as they not reporting on that, I ain't got nothing to say. There ain't nothing to talk about.
Yep. I think the guy, well, hey, everybody passed on Lamar Jackson. Let's keep it 100.
Think about it, BZ. We can't Derek Carr.
When the man was out on the market, right? Everybody was talking about how crazy, including myself. I will bring myself to the front of the congregation because I was one of those. He need to hurry up and hire an agent. He a fool. ABC, XYZ. I was one of them. And look at now. Not only did he get every single penny of every dime of his contract and kept it within his family, he's going for a title, ladies and gentlemen. That man is doing it his way. And
I already told you, man, I want to
get him. Every single team had the ability to get him, and we all look stupid for not doing so. And I don't care how else you want to see it.
I want to see him with the ball. I'm not going to lie. If it's not us, you know what I mean? If it's not us, of course. I want Lamar to win the ball. I done already told you why. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I want him up there with the nappy fro. Just one.
Yes. Absolutely.
I made somebody mad. But that's all.
Yeah.
But I agree, man. This ain't nothing to talk about, bro. Like, until we see some, I'm not saying it can't happen, that Vrabel and all, but we're saying that until you see some actual news,
right,
don't run with the story, bro. It's nothing right now. You know what I mean? We still on the same track. We done been since the season ended, for real. Arthur made the right decision.
It's a homeboy helping out a homeboy, man. When you get to those levels, it's easy to do that. You can manipulate the media. You can manipulate things and have people paying more than what they need to, right? That fear of missing out, FOMO, right? That's all the Raiders did right there by putting that out there or even allowing it to be put out there.
I agree. Yeah, I don't believe it. It's not believable. Plenty teams on the schedule. Yeah, the schedule. I'm trying to look at what games I'm about to go to. Definitely as the season approaches. I'm going to be going to Vegas games for sure.
You already know. Those is automatic.
Oh, yeah. These Falcon fans are crazy, bro. But, they're hilarious over here because they actually suck. But they actually have good players. So, like, I'm just like, bro, y'all actually are close in a division that's really trash. Like, if you get an actual quarterback, you can be straight.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, if only we were in that division. God damn.
Man, we're in one of the top. We're in the what? Top 2, top 3 divisions in the league.
Oh, definitely top 5. Definitely top 5.
Top 5 easy. I mean, top 5 easy.
Definitely. You know, I to get through this division, even though the Chargers had their struggles and the Broncos had their struggles, like all the teams within this division play each other well. So
right. Rafa in the building. Salute. Rafa. Hey. It's my guy.
You know what? I don't know about that. That's a good question, Chris.
It's a great question. We need that money. We want that money.
Wouldn't the GM be responsible for trying to get that off the books?
Right.
I don't know. That's a question. I don't know.
We deserve that money.
If y'all let me know, is the GM responsible for getting that type of money off the books? I don't know for sure, but I'm just asking the question because
I mean, it's his job. No, it's his job to put those deals together. So it's his job to recoup. It's his job to make all of those decisions.
That makes sense. Okay. AP is head coach material. Yes, he doesn't have experience. Man, experience, whatever, bro. Nobody has experience when they start a job. God damn it. Everybody's at something.
Hey, and again, I got to bring up these points. Look, man, I don't know if people, maybe it is my age, but it's easy for me to see a shift. I'm seeing the shift right before my eyes.
Yes.
Everything is going young from that respect. Nobody wants the old Bill Belichick's. No, what they want is the young McVays. I mean, even the Patriots themselves literally picked the youngest head coach available as far as right now.
Black head coach
exactly. In the organization. If these things aren't showing you that people are going younger, brighter, right? Longer hours, right? The capability of doing everything, right? Bill Belichick and company, I think they were super great because they all were capable of doing everything.
Right.
So it was easy for him to have the GM title because he was still in that office with them.
Yeah.
But as he got older, he wasn't in that office no more. He wasn't out, visiting people and watching the film like the scouts, like he used to back in the day. So now he's being briefed. He's being briefed on these things, and he's making choices off of the briefing, not his hard-earned work like he had done in the past, which is why that formula works so well. And what I'm trying to say is, right, that doesn't work anymore at that age. It's impossible. So you have to be younger in order for that to be any kind of a formula within your front office. If you expect them to kind of be a jack of all trades, but then that expert at what they're supposed to be the expert at, meaning head coach.
Yeah,
I mean, you're gonna have to go young. No old guy can keep up with this. It's too much. It's
dying out. You know what I mean? Like you see like I continuously say, you look around the NFL, look at all of the teams that are left within the playoffs, right? You look at it. No, McDermott ain't making all them goddamn decisions over there. You know what I mean? Like the GM help. Okay? Absolutely. Andy Reid, yes, he has a lot of say, but
he's delegating like a mug. He is delegating like a mug
over there too, bro. That GM for Kansas City does a lot.
He is delegating like a mug. They just told you he's got health problems. Come on. There's no way. Why do you think their offense took a hit when Bieniemy left? Because he can't do it all anymore.
Yep.
Everybody knows. I give Andy his props. He is hands down, in my opinion, the guy when it comes to offense all time.
Coaching,
He's old. Yeah. No difference than Bill, right? I told y'all. I said if I was a head coach coming into the league, Bill Belichick would be my defensive coordinator and Andy Reid would be my offensive coordinator. And I'd laugh at anybody that tried to beat me because I don't think I got the best offensive and defensive minds that ever lived. They're old. They can't focus on everything. They just can't.
No, yeah, and I agree.
Everything's suffering for them now.
I agree, but that GM helped put some of that together. Like, you know what I mean? Because everybody said, some people may say it's Andy, but understand, the only draft pick Andy, while he was with the Chiefs, has ever lobbied for was Patrick Mahomes.
Right,
That's the only one he's ever lobbied for. Right. It worked out, Okay,
Yeah,
so
because we knew that's all we ever really kind of needed.
before Patrick, were you ever talking about Andy Reid drafting and being the GM? No, you weren't. Only because he lobbied so hard to get Mahomes. Now everybody's like, "Oh, he's this draft guru." No, that's not what he does, bro. He just knew what he wanted for that offense at that time. Right. It was the perfect decision. So you live with that. But honestly, like I said, all the good teams are GM driven. I mean, look at the Lions, bro. Right. Dan Campbell is just making the food with the groceries Brad Holmes, the GM, has given him, basically. And he's making the damn good dish. That's basically what he's doing. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what we can do. But at this point, right, you talking about they're lockstep, how they are, and that's why I feel you on what you're saying too, because when you look around the league, right, you see the good teams, GM, head coach, lockstep. You can feel that. You know what I mean? Yeah. You're like, okay, this team is in a certain direction, going in a certain direction.
Yep.
With these two, it feels like it's one singular direction. You know what I mean? Even at times, we didn't know what was going on, but Ziegler and McDaniels, it didn't feel like it was clicking all the time. As much as they said they were together, it didn't feel like that. And obviously, after whoever leaked what information was very comfortable saying they weren't in lockstep.
Right.
So, at whatever case, I feel like this is something we can finally be good with, a GM and a head coach both being able to do their jobs equally.
Yep. Nope, I agree 100%. Yeah, Tony got it perfect. It's a copycat league, man. Again, you're going to see the dominoes fall. It's very clear to me. It's very clear and easy to see. Just like the other thing that's different, right, that I have to be honest with, that, hey, shout out. Hey, it's quarterbacks. I mean, you used to know that you absolutely had to sit a quarterback when you drafted him as a rookie. It's not the case anymore. It's not the case anymore. That is changing. It's changing quite a bit for a lot of reasons. One of the main reasons is these guys are staying in college a lot longer because they can. And in fact, you're going to see that shift where people are going to have 7-8 year careers in college because they're getting paid more money than they'll ever make in the NFL.
And tight end for Miami just had 9. He's on his 9th season. For the Hurricane, this man is on his 9th season of college ball in Miami. This man is living the dream.
The dream. Professional student, straight up. You know, my parents was like, nah, dog. After I did it for 7. No semester breaks. No, I graduated with over 200 credits. Yeah.
Wow.
I was trying to be a professional student.
No, I get that. I mean, hey, if you really think about it, right, everybody that's ever been in these college situations, if you had the opportunity to be there as long as you could
and not go to the real world, man, I knew what that real world was. I was in no rush to get to it.
Man, you know, you get out of there. Now you like, goddamn, like you done missed out on so much because you've been a professional student. It's a whole thing we can get into, bro.
Whole conversation. But it's. I mean, bottom line, man, you can get talent out of the draft that is going to help you yesterday. Yeah. And that includes the quarterback position today. And numbers, see, and that's where it's tough for me because I'm a numbers guy, right? It's what I do. The numbers tell me that a rookie can't do it. But guess what? CJ Stroud right in front of our eyes is telling us that, yes, you can. We know his time is coming to an end. I'll tell y'all this. If he win this game, he win this. If he beat Jackson, I don't know who stops him. If
two things that have come out that game for me, and I don't want to think about one, but one, I'll be like CJ legit. 2, if he do lose that game, I'm gonna have to look at Lamar a little side.
Right.
And I love Lamar, but it's only fair. It's only fair.
I believe they should be stumped. So, this game should not be close. And if it is,
we'll talk about that later. Definitely.
Exactly. So, But yeah, man, he's showing that yes, you can pick a guy in the draft and actually start winning immediately, effectively, and get to the playoffs.
Is your scouting department good enough to select the right guy for you? That's the question, right? And that's what I continuously say. Are you probably, let's say, are we confident in the fact that Champ can find and select quarterback talent? Now, this is why the offensive coordinator for this team is the most important coach on the field right now, bro. Like, I swear to you, that hiring is the most important hiring of this offseason. Because if you don't hire a good offensive coordinator and you even think about getting a young quarterback, we're ruined. We're ruined before it even starts, bro, because the offensive coordinator will ruin the man. Ruin it.
Absolutely.
And then we'll be stuck once again in purgatory situation. Now, guaranteed and granted, we have Aiden O'Connell. So there's a little bit of me that's like, okay, there's at least a little saving grace because we know at least what he can do and he can get better off this aspect.
Hey, I'm going to tell you this too. Hey, that kid is exponentially going to grow.
Yeah.
And I'm telling y'all right now, everybody just assumes whatever rookie we get, even as it being Caleb, we just assume he's just going to automatically come in and win that job. I don't think it's going to be that easy. I think AOC is all in on this, and he knows at worst case he's a backup. At worst case, his job is a backup, but to be the starter, he has a shot, and I think that AP will give him a shot.
You know what's crazy though? I'm gonna tell you something, and I know we all say that, but this is what I think is funny about fandom, right? And this is what I'm trying to get out of. We're saying, yeah, Aiden O'Connell has a shot to start. Everybody that's watching this, and us included, if we draft a quarterback within that top 10 and Aiden O'Connell beats him out, we're going to be pissed. We're like, that's not a good thing, bro. Like, I understand.
I agree.
That scenario. Like, that's not a good scenario, bro. That means whoever you just drafted is not better than a fourth round dude you got last year. It's not like, that's bad.
But hey, man, see, we gotta look at the stats that fourth rounder put up. He's clearly the second best quarterback in the draft.
Well, we're talking. Listen, okay, just give me like this, right? We're talking about the top 10 quarterback. If you draft Jaden Daniels, this man just won the Heisman Trophy. If he get beat out by Aiden, is that not bad? That's bad.
Right.
He can't it is not a good thing. So that's what I'm saying. Like, whoever you get, he gonna play this first year. And either he struggle or he don't. That's just what it is. He gonna play.
We're gonna go back to round. Well, if we move up the draft for it, absolutely. But if we draft at 13 and get a quarterback, I don't know, man.
Still top 15 pick. That's a quarterback still.
I know, but that doesn't mean he has to play right away. Mahomes was a 15th round. I mean, a 15th.
That's true.
They can sit for a year, bro. I'm seeing that. My problem is
playoffs. We're not making the playoffs.
No, well, I don't know. Are we?
No, I'm not saying
next year. Right,
I'm not saying next year. I'm saying like they were when Alex was making the playoffs.
Right, and what I'm saying is, if we had what we could have had for the full season last year instead of half the season, would we be in the playoffs? I think the answer is yes.
But with what at quarterback? What's the
Aiden O'Connell. I think we would be in the playoffs right now if Aiden O'Connell started the season and played the whole season.
Okay. But if AP is the coach the whole season?
If AP wasn't, keep everything as is. If he would have just been the starting quarterback, even with McDaniels and everybody, if he would have been the starting quarterback all season, we would have made the playoffs.
It's so hard.
We would have need to have Josh fired still, because that's what turned the defense on.
Yeah.
See,
you just said it's just the quarterback didn't change at all.
Exactly, because we'd have better, consistent overall quarterback play. All that rattle and stuff we had to start out with, he would have had out of his system, and we would have been more consistent towards the end.
We won 8 games, right?
He got better and better. You can't knock him. He got better and better.
Oh, yeah. We won 8 games.
That's what I'm saying.
I give it one more. I give it one more.
You have to look at his stats, man, because he's literally the second best quarterback statistically in that draft and didn't play the same amount of games as everybody else.
But had damn near the amount of interceptions that another one had in the full season.
What you expect out of a rookie? Look at all the rookies, even the great ones, the Peyton Mannings, all of them threw astronomical picks their first year. All of them. Again, why do you think I'm so high up on CJ Stroud getting confused defensively when it comes to playoffs? Because that's statistically what you see.
Right.
This stuff we're seeing right now is a shift in the game, man. Right? I mean, now things are catching up. The offense has finally gotten what they need. Who is Davis Mills? You laughing at that?
That was funny. Who was the Texas quarterback last year?
Oh, Mills.
Yeah, Mills.
Nah, Mills, I don't know. Mills actually wasn't bad, bro. He's not a bad quarterback. So he's their backup now, right? He's their backup now, isn't he? He's their backup, isn't he?
No,
Mills isn't their backup.
Case Keenum is your backup.
Case Keenum.
Where the hell Davis Mills is right now?
Yeah, I don't know where Davis Mills is either.
I'm confused. Isaac, are you a Jets fan? If you are, I'm sorry. Y'all got it rough now.
They're saying he's still a quarterback for the Texans. So
he must be third string.
Third string. But he's not a bad quarterback. He's not a bad quarterback, man. He's just not.
Right, bro. You don't want that. You know what I mean? You don't want that. I'm telling
you. You don't want it. But what I'm saying is he's not bad, and I don't agree with Isaac saying that Aiden equals him. I think Aiden is better.
Oh no, he's a little better than that.
Exactly.
He's a little better than that.
Right.
According to Hondo, our scouting department is respected around the league. I've heard Hondo say this multiple times. So this is where we're at right there. Yeah. I think Aiden responds to competition. Me as well. But this is my thing. Everybody that is in here, if you think we're going to draft a quarterback in the top 10, top 15, and this man ain't going to start day one, you're fooling yourself, bro. He will.
Right.
It doesn't matter how trash or good he is, bro. He will be started, and we will all see it front and center. That's just what it is. Now, if AP wants to bet it all on Jaden Daniels, let's do it. But hey, if he sinks or swims, bro, that's gonna be the success of the team. All we know is we have Aiden in the fold. All right, that's all that matters. You feel me? Yep. Aiden is young enough to still take notes. All right, I can still get better, and just in case
he can maintain the game.
Yeah, you had your boy sitting, so at least your plan is still in effect, Turk. You still got a young quarterback sitting, but if the first round dude don't work out, at least we got this one right here.
I agree, but I don't know, man. I'm just not the type to give up on people so quickly. And I'm letting y'all know, Aiden O'Connell is not. Everything about him, everything that they were saying, none of these players were saying the stuff they were saying about him because they had to. They were saying that shit because they felt that way. That's real talk. And I could see that. I mean, maybe everybody else, or maybe they're just great actors, but I'm letting y'all know they do see something in Aiden O'Connell. He's not, you don't do the things he's done without having some kind of talent, man. You don't just breeze by the fact that, yes, pun intended, he's got a better percentage record than Drew Brees as far as accuracy. You can't deny that what you saw this season in one of the most, if not probably the most dysfunctional team in the NFL, firing their coach mid-season, he was still a rock. And everybody is still just acting like he can be dismissed, and it's ridiculous to me. It's ridiculous.
And I've seen some people saying, now, we've been on the show, I've given the flower, right? And I've given my reasoning. I'm not saying I'm
can't move. I know he can't move.
Right. But my reason is just like I see 3 dudes in this draft that have a higher ceiling than he does. That's just a fact. You know what I mean? You say what you want, and I get Aiden O'Connell's good, but there's at least 3 guys here that have a higher ceiling.
Well, okay. So, are you saying higher ceiling because of IQ, football IQ, or is it because of the athletic ability? Because I don't think that
talent.
What
We're
talent?
just talking about talent.
So you mean mentally talent as well? Because I don't agree.
No,
with
I'm
that.
talking about, bro, arm talent. We talking about mobility, bro. Like, think of okay.
This is what you're saying. You're saying athletically. That's what I'm trying to say to you.
Yeah,
and all I'm telling you is that doesn't always get you to where you need to be.
I understand, but I'm saying this though. It's not like the ones that's coming out. We don't know their NFL IQ yet. We don't know that. But check this out. I know Caleb Williams ain't your top pick. We can all agree that this man has 10 times more arm talent. Let's take the mobility out of it. 10 times more arm talent than Aiden O'Connell will ever have. Yes or no?
I don't know.
Come on, Turf. Stop it, bro. Arm talent, Turf.
Is he more accurate? I'm gonna tell you right now, there's not many more accurate quarterbacks than
He's
O'Connell.
pretty accurate. He's pretty.
I know, but what are the percentages? No. See, because that's the thing with AOC. He doesn't have the strongest arm, but he can make every throw, and he's clearly by far more accurate than any other quarterback we've had.
Okay, then let's go to Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels has
he's not that accurate.
He has more arm talent than your boy has, and he's not as accurate as Aiden, but he's not completely inaccurate either. I've seen him hit every level of the defense.
All of their other talents is what surpasses AOC. But all I'm trying to get across is I actually think he has the better IQ. I actually think he's the brighter football mind.
We can't say that.
You can't when his accuracy rate is what it is, and he's considered better than probably the best quarterback that ever.
We gotta wait till these ones come in the league and start playing.
And that's saying he's not very accurate. Are we serious?
When his feet is set, he's accurate. When his feet is set, but he has a point because there were a couple times even in the last game he was over there spraying the ball over the goddamn play. So there are times when he's not, on. Because when he's not on, he's really not on.
He's a rookie. He's a rookie.
No, this is what I'm trying to tell you. Him, Jared Goff, Kirk Cousins have the same problem. When they're uncomfortable, there's nothing else to their game to elevate it. That's my problem. That's it, right? It's not like, cool, when he is comfortable and everything's good and set, he's going to be deadly. He's going to cut you up. He might throw for 300 damn near. He might give you a couple tubs. But if it's not where it needs to be, and he needs, let's maybe extend or do something beyond of what the play is called, he can't do it. And in today's NFL, yes or no, Turf, you have to be able to do that. If you cannot do that, you're going to have a harder time winning in today's NFL if your quarterback cannot do that.
Right. Bro, I don't know where people are. First off, his passer rating was 82.4. His completion percentage was 64. I'm telling you, it was better than every other rookie. I don't know. I mean, Stroud probably has the only better completion percentage. That's it. Look, I don't think the guy is our starting quarterback, but all I'm trying to say is that it wouldn't shock me if he turned out to be way better than what you think. Way better than what you think. Because he's already displaying it. He's just not giving. I don't even think people understand. It's no different than Did you see the episode with Stu explaining how Jamarcus Russell was literally thrown to the wolves with zero help? We all bad on Jamarcus Russell, but the reality was he had zero coaching. He literally had zero coaching. And all I'm trying to explain to y'all is what AOC has just gone through with all of this coaching and, quarterback coach becoming his offensive coordinator as a rookie. All of this dysfunction as a rookie. Look at every other rookie that had every bit of stability on their team and every bit of the confidence. They knew they wasn't going to get thrown into the fire if they didn't have to. And then they also knew, I don't care if I do terrible. I'm all you got. I'm all you got.
All I'm saying is I appreciate Aiden. I do. You know, and if we need him in the future, I'm not going to be scared that he
Me,
comes in.
and that's what I'm trying to say.
That's
and
it.
I'm trying
But
to say,
all I'm saying is there's too much talent. Like if this was last year's draft and there was only like really 2 quarterbacks that was here, I'd say okay, Aiden is a little more appealing to me, right? Because last year's draft wasn't all that. Besides Young and Stroud, it was like, you know, Richardson I liked, but not a lot of people like Richardson. And you have to be specific when you get a guy like that.
Correct.
But when you talk about this year, it's too much talent. Too much talent to pass. You know
I agree. But I think he is exponentially going to be better next year. You heard it from me.
We'll see.
You heard it from me. You know.
So, real quick, you know, just for everybody, we're still on the head coach thing, and then we're going to move on to some NFL news. But Raider Nation Radio, I believe it's Raider Fan Radio. I don't know. I got to think what it is, but it is Q, one of the talk show hosts for the Raiders, right? He has some insight to give us about why he thinks the head coaching search is taking as long as it is, and the GM search is taking as long as it is. So I'm going to have you guys listen for yourselves, and then we're going to determine after that.
Yes, sir. My guy Q.
What is it? Is it Raider Fan Radio?
No, this is I think he's locked on Raider.
Wednesday that I thought to be pretty interesting. And I don't need to say who it's from. Just let it be known that it's someone who has a pretty good idea of what's going on. They sent me a text and said, I'll just let you chew on this. The holdup on the hiring in Vegas has nothing to do with another coach. So there's that, because there's a lot of conversation going on right now that Tom Brady's trying to get Mike Vrabel in the mix and trying to get him hired. I don't think that is anything close to the truth. I know there's a lot of people flipping out. I know people are having these conversations and saying that Tom Brady's trying to do this, that, and the other. I don't think that at all. You know that Tom Brady is not even part of the committee, right? There's guys on the committee, Mark Davis, President Sandra Douglas Morgan, board member Larry Delson, Senior Vice President, Director of Football Administration Tom Delaney, Advisor Ken Herrock, and former player Richard Seymour. So Tom Brady is nowhere on that committee, but a lot of people believe that Mike Vrabel is in the mix for the Raiders' potential head coaching job, and maybe AP doesn't get it after all. But again, the text message I got, I'll just let you chew on this. The holdup on the hiring in Vegas has nothing to do with another coach.
Boom.
There you have it. Shout out to my guy, Q.
And there you have it. Now, everybody, you decipher that for yourselves. We're going to go ahead. We're going to dissect right now, man. So how you feel about what he said right there? What has your mind spinning? What you thinking?
It leads me to believe what I've been believing all along. Like I say, they're playing chess, not checkers, and they're just trying to figure out. For all we know, they may be assembling everything right now as we speak, literally everything, so that when it's all said and done, when we come out on that podium standing, you seeing the whole squad, front to back, A to Z, everybody. I'm talking offensive coordinator. I'm talking the quarterback's coach, wide receivers coach. For all we know, everything may be locked and loaded. Period. I mean, that's the potential that we're looking at, as well as not making it easy on everybody else. Again, why play our hand when we don't have to? We know our people are loyal, right? It's the other people that don't know if they got loyal people with them or not. We know we got a Raider. I mean, exactly. I don't know. There's no reason to even sweat it. I mean, I get it. It's been tough. I've been one of them too. I've been out here yelling too. Hurry up and right. But again, let's keep a cool head, right? Let's really give it some thought and understand that these boys is trying to make it hard on everybody. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason for us to let it be easy for any team in the NFL.
I agree. But my mind spins now. That's real specific. That's real specific information. When you talk about the hiring or the holdup has nothing to do with the head coach, you say that specifically. And people within the NFL, like, you know, and you probably know because you've been around as long as you've been around, you know, the game. The NFL world, they talk in code and they talk specifics and they use certain language. They know what they say when they text it, right? It's not now they can say one thing and if they leave something out, Pay attention to that. If they say something, pay attention to that. And this right here, okay, it has nothing to do with the head coach. So is that something to do with the GM? Question mark. And Federer says it right here, right?
Right.
They stuck between Dodds and Champ. Now, some people I've seen say they wouldn't be mad if Dodds was hired over Champ, and Dodds may keep AP.
Right.
What would you think about that?
I'm all the way cool with that. I don't think any GM wants to come in and be the guy that doesn't keep AP. I mean, why even take the job? Why even take the job? I mean, right? You already know what you're dealing with. You're not dealing with just some regular old fan base. You are talking about a lifestyle. Mark won't be able to leave his house as it is if he doesn't let alone mess around and not hire Champ too on top of it. Come on, man. Y'all talking crazy. Y'all talking crazy to me. I spend a lot of time in Vegas, man. I'm letting y'all know, man. Our fans and I don't agree. I don't agree with a bit of it. Shout out to Mark Davis. Shout out to all the Raider Nation's front office. I don't agree with anybody harassing y'all in public when it comes to
No, don't do that, bro. Keep it classy, y'all.
Exactly. Keep it classy. But what I'm going to let y'all know is what I see, and that's everywhere Mark Davis was going before McDaniels wasn't fired. All you saw was a face in his sign, fire McDaniels. It didn't matter where that meant. He could have been at an Aces game, sign in his face. He could have been at a restaurant eating, sign in his face. I literally saw the dude walking, sign in his face. So I saw it with my own two eyes everywhere the man went. So, I mean, I don't agree with it, but at the same time, hey, man, you know, you were born into it. I get it. You didn't choose this life. Your father chose this life for you. So it is what it is. But, yeah, you got to deal with it. You got to deal with it.
Damn, we're not doing that. Oh, I got another team in my household when it's time. It's not happening.
Nah, that's not gonna happen. And you know what? That's one thing I want to say too. I mean, look, I get it. You know this. I'm not saying this to offend nobody. I'm not saying this to get on my high horse to toot my own. The Raiders is my squad, ladies and gentlemen. They could go hire Harvey from Who in the Harvey, and you know what? He could be the coach. And I'm just gonna rock with it. I'm sorry y'all feelings will be hurt. I'm sorry y'all gonna go pout, take your ball, and go home. I'm a Raider through and through, and I don't care what they do. I mean, real talk. I love the banter. I love the back and forth. I love the debating. I love us as fans as far as having these conversations. But we start to take it a little too far when you're really truly talking about taking. And this is me, right? Hey, everybody has their own opinion, thoughts, 2 cents about it. But all this, I'm going to take my ball and go home because AP ain't the guy. I mean, come on, man. Our guy says it best, right? Coaches, players, they all come and go, bro. That's all I'm going to say about it. I'm with the Shield.
That's real, man. That's
Raider
real.
Nation till I die. To the cast.
Everybody to each his own or to each her own, right? Y'all do as y'all please, y'all grown men and women.
Correct.
But you know, for us personally, for me personally, it's like I'm a stubborn individual. So I don't give a damn. I don't care, bro. I'm not gonna change teams, bro. You know how many years? Do you know how many years I have sat here and already told people I'm a Raiders fan? And how many jokes I've heard, all this bull with it, you know, all that, right? Do you know how weird that would look all of a sudden? I'm rocking another team, bro. Come on, bro. I'm not built like that. I don't get down like that, right? You know what I mean? I put that on every aspect of my life, bro. If I done told you I'm doing something, then I'm going to have to do that. And I'm going to have to stand on that, bro.
Exactly.
You're not going to catch me doing what you're not going to catch me lacking and being a hypocrite on my own word. You know what I mean? And I say this
that's not a shot at. That's not a shot at nobody. Look, TRS, we got members in our team, right? All of us, including myself, right? Oh, if they don't hire AP, again, I'll be honest. I say a lot of stupid stuff when I'm emotional, right? That's part of why you shouldn't say too much being emotional. But the reality is, I can admit it. I can bring myself to the front of the congregation and say, yes, I was an idiot. I was the one saying it too, just like the rest of y'all. But calmer heads prevail. And I'm just letting y'all know, I don't care if I ever say it again. You're going to know when my head's cooled and I come back to reality. It's Raider Nation for life. It's just what it is, man. All right.
Yep. I agree. And D-Man, shout out, man. I see you join the chat, man. What is the deal? I seen that as well, Federer. Stu and Ed Dodds, I believe they have a relationship. They were texting together, and he said he wanted to finish what he started with us, which I like. You know what I mean? Like I said,
right.
Because we were having this discussion yesterday in the group chat, the TRS group chat, right? We're saying, our guy Chris posed a question: what has Dodds done to get this type of consideration? You know what I mean? Realistically, just to me personally, I don't think you don't know how good a GM is until he is in the role. You feel what I'm saying? Like, head coach is different because you can see the experience, or you can see the lack of experience, or whatever the case. The resume is a little more pronounced. With the GM, though, like, if you're getting a GM that just got fired from another team, he probably got fired for a reason. You know what I mean? He probably, more than likely, that GM ain't really all that good of a GM. You know what I mean? Maybe so. But, I think with GMs, you don't really know how good they are until they actually do the job. What do you think?
Well, also, you got to give them a chance for all of their picks to come to fruition, too, right? There has to be that rhyme to reason. See, it still pains me that Ziegler tied himself to McDaniels. It pains me, man, because Ziegler was what I wanted out of that. I was willing to pick up, right, the scraps and the bones and everything else that came along with that regime because I wanted Ziegler. And I really thought that we'd have the ability to get rid of McDaniels and keep Ziegler until Ziegler made the mistake.
He actually did a good job, bro. He actually did a decent job.
I agree.
If we would have just let him, if he would have just stayed here and let some more things come to fruition, I mean, like, towards the end of the season, we get to look at it, we're like, oh, dear God. You know what I mean? Like, these draft picks are actually something. They just need the guy to motivate them. So, right, Josh McDaniels had to get about the picture.
That was the problem.
Dave's picks and Dave's signings from the free agency were beautiful. I have to put this point up to you, sir. Think about this, right?
Yeah.
We signed Marcus Epps. He pretty much, to me, he changed the landscape of the secondary.
He tipped the secondary over to being good.
Excuse my French. Look how shitty the Eagles secondary looks without this man. I'm just saying. Last year, they were that bad. They were not that bad. Giving them all these big ass plays and all that, like, no.
I agree. No, I mean, the proof is in the pudding, bro. I mean, again, that's what I'm trying. These players aren't just fungible like that. You know what I'm saying? You just can't expect to just drag and drop these guys and you're going to get the same, but they're just not. You know what I'm saying? That position is not like a running back position. Safety is tough. You're not going to just go pluck a safety out the draft.
No. I mean, and draft picks this year, you talk about Trey Tucker, promise. Michael Mayer, promise. Darren Zamir, promise, right? Then you go to the draft, and now we just go on draft picks, right? Thayer Mumford.
Yes.
Great draft pick. You know what I mean? The jury is still out on Barnes. I don't know. I think they need to move him to center. It's more
to center and just leave him there.
Let him
we definitely cutting Andre James. He's definitely.
Yeah. We talked about that on your show. Yeah, that. We go with that. Yeah, I don't need to see that no more. You feel what I'm saying? Respecting him and what he's done. You know, no disrespect, but definitely I feel like we could improve and upgrade. That's just me, right? That's how I feel. But I mean, the draft picks, you keep going, bro. I mean, ain't no combo if you want to keep going. If you want to actually talk about it, that's a draft pick. You know what I mean? That's a good draft pick. But we do have to put credence to this fact, though, and this is what I'm saying. Champ Kelly was present throughout the entirety of all these draft picks.
For all we know, he was the one that was picking the right ones while the other two was picking the wrong. We don't know.
According to multiple insiders, Champ Kelly is in charge and really a direct line of why our scouting department has become as good as it has. He was the one building the scouting department when he first came with Dave and them. So if we're giving Dave all that, Champ was part of them discussions, which means he already knows how to spot talent. And what Tony is talking about right here would be beautiful, right? You talk about Champ as the GM and you still get Dodds as vice president of football operations. Boy, please, boy. That's a power move to me.
Bro, I'm telling you, I think that Mark Davis wants nothing more than to win a Super Bowl for Raider Nation, period. And I don't think he will stop at any cost. That's what he did. Bro, he brought in what everyone expected and thought to be a super star front office that would bring some winning to this franchise at a steep cost. And he let him go without batting an eye at that steep cost. Do you really not think this man is willing to just throw the whole kitchen sink at everything?
Let's do it.
I think you're going to see. He said it himself. He wants a star-studded, front office / coaching staff. Well, how is it not star-studded when every position is pretty much a head coach running?
Okay, yeah, exactly. And you got to give Mark this credit, right?
Yeah.
He's learning because, he was going after the head coach. Now, assuming he does what we think he's going to do and hires Champ and does all that. He's learned, okay, I need to get a GM now, bro. I see everybody else doing it. Let me do it this way. That's credit to him, bro. That's trying to find different avenues to do things, right? Now, maybe like you just said, instead of getting a star coach, maybe I get a star front office. Let's do that, right? Let's get a star front office, and maybe instead of just one star coach, you get a collection of good coaches, right? And now we can maybe get it right. So I'm with you 100%. Now we winding down to the end of the show. Everybody, make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe button, right? We're gonna give you this content. Make sure you see it down there, man. Every Thursday, 10:30 p.m. Eastern time. And whatever that is in your time zone, Pacific 7:30. What you say, Central 9:30, right?
Correct.
There we go. So everybody, make sure you're hitting all the buttons. We appreciate everybody that is in here, man. We got 48 from my
bro. We was over 50. We was over 50 at one point.
I can't see the likes, right? I can't see none of that. But come on, if you ain't here, man, just help a brother out, man.
Right.
A real Raider content. Hit the like button. Let us know you like this. And, even if you disagree, comment down below, man. Tell us why you disagree, man, and we can talk about it. So definitely.
Absolutely. Hey, the chat lives is I'm still in a whole bunch from one of my favorite content creators. Shout out to Anton. Chat lives matter. That one and the coming to congregation. I gotta give props where props is due. Yes, and for the ones that do know or don't know, shout out to Anton Daniels, man. I like listening to that kid.
Shout out, man. Shout out. So everybody in the comments, man, let's go through them a little bit. My own problems, they want to get a lot of. Yep, I agree. But I think that was more McDaniels than it was Ziegler to me. But that's just my opinion. I think AP is a good coach and the team loves him. What makes me nervous is he can scheme properly. But guess what, man? If you get a good OC and you keep Patrick Graham, who's really scheming? All right, you know what I mean? Like, think about that, man. That's why I said the offensive coordinator is the most important hire of this offseason. Absolutely.
I agree.
Oh, yeah, you gotta think about it, Steve, now. All right, you gotta think. He's like the Dan Campbell type. All right. He's like D'Amico Morales is calling plays, so I'm not gonna say all that. But he's like the Dan Campbell type, all right? Dan Campbell don't scheme. He don't do none of that. Ben Johnson does. Dan Campbell don't call the defense. I forgot his name over there. I forgot Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn calls that defense over there.
Yes.
So Dan Campbell do. Right? He gets to oversee everything, basically, right? Go into whatever meeting he wants to focus on, do whatever he wants to do, but he's not really in charge of the scheme. He might be there for the game planning of it, but not the scheme. No.
Correct. He's doing what he's supposed to do, delegate. That's not his job.
There you go. Oh, good bosses delegate to good people.
100%.
Pops, what's the deal?
Papa Rundown in the building.
Oxnard Rob, here to say Raiders. What's up, man? Appreciate you, dog. Thank you. Higher AP.
I'm with you, dog. The bomb.
And we appreciate you, Fredero, man. And trust me, we gonna come up with something, some type of giveaway, some type of something as we continue to grow here. You know what I mean? We're coming up on something. So we gonna come up with something on the show for a giveaway for all the people.
I got some giveaways. I got some shirts. You guys see the other shirt? I got this shirt and I got the other shirt. With my face, my channel. So yeah, if y'all let me know if y'all like these shirts, and I will definitely start having some giveaways for sure.
And once they hire AP, I have a fire graphic. I'm waiting to upload. So I'm ready to make it into a shirt. So I'm gonna send you a shirt. I'm gonna let you see it.
We ready.
So salute to everybody, man. Let's get to our last couple of topics we got today. And this one isn't a Raider topic, right? But it is Raider centered, right? Because we have to talk about things of this nature. Instead of Vrabel going to the Raiders,
right?
He actually had an interview with the Chargers today. Yeah. Now, if they don't get Jim Harbaugh, that will be the next coach that I say, like, I don't want them to get him.
No, that's a problem.
Yeah, I don't want them to get him.
That's a problem.
So, everybody in the chat, how y'all feel about Vrabel going to the Chargers, man? Go ahead, Turf. Sound us off.
What? I think some people are a little. I don't know who Aurora DeMarco is, but that's a very, very emotional statement. And to say Mike Vrabel is useless, you're killing your credibility for any.
I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know about that one.
You're killing your credibility. You're killing your credibility, man. How can I even debate that? He's useless.
Because look, DeMarco, understand this, right? He was not drafting and signing players.
Exactly. He's just a
coach. GM, bro. The GM decided to AJ Brown and not
that killed him. And everybody was pissed about that.
That's all
everybody.
Yeah. Oh no, I agree with that, Steve. I do agree that I would rather Vrabel than Harbaugh for sure.
Yeah.
But that's just another coach that I would be like, damn, like they're gonna be formidable, right? With Vrabel, they'll be more prepared than they are or than they were. I'll tell you that. I definitely think that. I want them to hire somebody else. I don't know what the hell they'll be looking at, right? But somebody else.
I agree.
Regardless, right? I say even if he does go, what time it is. I'm confident in what we're doing. So regardless, I think AP can beat Vrabel, bro. Yeah, definitely. That's not something I'm saying like we can't beat them. Like no, we can beat them. I just think they'll be more prepared, more formidable. So we're gonna have to be more on our toes. You know how it goes with the Chargers. They make sloppy ass mistakes. We're able to keep the game away from them, or we're able to get back in the game with their sloppiness. With certain coaches, that don't fly as much, So with Vrabel, I think they'll be more locked down tight on some of the sloppy plays that they've been having.
Yep, I agree. Totally agree.
Yeah.
Send his ass back to Michigan. I'm with you. I don't want him in there.
Or just one other team. Like you feel like if he go to Washington, I wouldn't be mad at
NFC. Yeah, absolutely. Go to the NFC. The NFC East with all the help they can get. Yeah, that division is they get so many false positives out of that division. It's not even funny.
Yeah, you feel me? Like,
that division up. So yeah, go over there.
Exactly. Slouch. Vrabel's no slouch.
I don't know what this dude will DeMarco.
If we didn't have AP and we were interviewing him, I wouldn't be mad at all.
I would not be mad. I would be happy. I would be very happy with Mike Vrabel as our head coach. Are you kidding? What is wrong with DeMarco? I mean, maybe I'm thinking, somebody get DeMarco, please defend yourself.
Maybe he's seen different shades that we
something,
haven't seen.
something. You got to give me something. You got to give me.
Like you said, Vrabel went to an AFC championship. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and like you said, he ain't even the one picking the groceries, man. I don't even understand that comment. I don't.
He's not the one picking the groceries. And you even look at the team this year. They were.
He didn't want that quarterback.
Like, for as trash as that roster is, bro, they were somewhat formidable. Somewhat.
Yeah.
What's up, Robert? How you doing, man? Shout out.
Shout out to Robert. Yes,
so,
sir.
yeah, we're going to end it off like this here, man. Our NFL playoff predictions, right? We got the teams that are left. The matchups are set: Ravens versus the Texans, right? Then we're going to look at the Chiefs versus the Bills. And then we'll move on to the NFC after that. But AFC, right? Where you go with the Ravens versus the Texans? How are you going on that?
I got the Ravens in a beatdown. I think this is where the buck stops for the young rookie. And it's obviously not his fault.
Every week said that turf, he has a game. You need to stop saying that.
Well, there's always going to be a first time for everything. And to be honest, it would be nothing more fitting than an Ohio State quarterback to be the first as rookies of the quarterback position to do something this wild, because they've never produced a single quarterback ever. Yep, I said it. Somebody debunked me. I name a quarterback out of Ohio State that did anything.
Out of Ohio State?
Yeah, there's never been one.
Don't let me go to Google University.
You have to. And you're still going to find, guess what? You're going to go to Google University and you're going to find nothing. Let's watch. The best one may have made a playoff. Maybe got into may have gotten a Pro Bowl. Maybe one Pro Bowl out of somebody as Ohio State quarterback. You're not going to find it. But yeah, so with that being said, I think they catch a beat down. Huh? You're gonna be going all night, bro. There's not a single quarterback that came from Ohio State that did anything. It's not a single one.
Hold on. Justin Fields.
He hasn't done anything.
This is trash.
I'm telling you. Not a single one has panned out. Nobody's panned out. Not a single one.
Fields and CJ Stroud are the only thing closest to hope.
And it's their first, second, and third.
What the hell?
I'm telling you, rundown. See, this is why the old people have a hard time with the new stuff that's starting to, come to fruition. Because
some of these dudes be transferring blood. You know what I mean?
Right, but what I'm trying to explain to you is for all these years, my dude, you're going to see when you get to this age, you talk to Papa Rundown. I'm sure he's going to be telling you the same thing. I'm telling you, when you see stuff for so many times after you get a certain age, you have to go with those numbers until something changes it. And you have to see it to believe it, because otherwise, what good is numbers? Like the saying goes, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. And the numbers tell us that no rookie has ever been to the Super Bowl. No rookie has ever won a Super Bowl. No rookie has never, I don't even know, I think he's the first one to win a playoff game. Maybe Marino, maybe, as a rookie. But that's what my point is. These things are unprecedented, right? Just like the weather, right? I've been in Texas for 16 years. Never has it been normal for us to get anything under 40 degrees. The last 3 years in a row, it's gotten into the teens and below zero almost.
Damn.
You see what I'm saying? Now, if I would have said 3 years before today that was going to happen, I would have bet my house it wouldn't have, because statistically it tells me that just doesn't make sense. But the world is changing. And it's no different than the landscape of the NFL, man. There's a lot changing. The running back is getting kicked out to the curb, right? The coaches that are old kicked to the curb, right? This whole notion of being able to run, as the head coach, the GM, and all full control, that's starting to go to the waste. You're starting to see a lot of things change, in my opinion. And
I agree.
And it's hard for a person like myself that relies on those stats, because that's just the nature of life, right?
Yeah,
science.
We dice shaking now, man. Like that's where we at right now. We rolling dice. You know what I'm saying? And this time, you hoping that you hit on the lucky Mike Vick. That's what I'm on. I'm on a lucky 7. And we gonna hit this time. And I saw this right here. Understand, bro. Let's talk about the head coaching landscape, right? I'm not bringing. You don't want Bill Belichick in here. We already said that, right? Okay, cool.
Exactly.
How do you know that Jim Harbaugh wants to come here? He probably does not.
Right.
Because he don't look like he want to come here. You know what I'm saying? You know,
he wants too much control. He wants too much control.
Exactly.
Wow.
And Mark's not about that right now. You can tell he wants to hire a GM and do all that. You can feel. I can feel that. So no, that's not happening. And then you look around the NFL. What, Vrabel? Bro, Vrabel and AP are the same coach in the sense, bro. Like, I'm not saying the resume is there.
Absolutely.
But you're talking about this coaching style and all that. Like, no, that's bullshit if you do that. So you can't do that. And then you go to who else, right? You want Pete Carroll? No, I don't want Pete Carroll. Who else would I want? You talk about all the young ones, Ben Johnson and all that. So you're gonna go with. So everybody's gonna keep getting on AP about experience, but you'd rather go with a dude who has zero experience with his team, right? They'd rather go with AP. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like when you really think about it, the coaching aspect should have never been in question. It's not in question. Now, if Jim Harbaugh did want to come here and he was like, bro, that's the only team I want to come to, like and it was clear enough, then you would have to consider it, right? But at the end of the day, the coaching aspect really doesn't need to be in question. But when you already have a guy that leads men already, right? Just like Turk said, now he needs to be able to delegate to good people. We already know PG is good. Cool, we can keep that. Everybody worry about the defense. PG gonna stay. Now, as long as you get a good OC, we moving and rocking, right? Because the dudes are already motivated to play. And guess what? Another factor y'all not thinking about. All these players have already voiced and talked, right? You don't think they're gonna have to come out here and back that shit up?
Right.
That's just what it is, bro. You don't think you're gonna see the absolute best play next year because of all this?
Right.
Guaranteed, bro. Guaranteed. This is what it is.
I like your vibes, Lawrence Bishop. I would feel better if Mark Davis did his due diligence and interviewed all candidates. Bro, I got to see what everyone is bringing to the table to make an informed decision. Bottom line is we are all just too goddamn emotional, man. Like, we need to calm down. You're absolutely 100% correct, Lawrence. I mean, it makes no sense. This Juan Herrera, you got to be trolling. You must be trolling. I don't know who you are, but you're killing me. Hot trash, come on, man. It's ridiculous. I brought that up because I want everybody to bag on you. Again, another person that makes no sense. But yeah,
it's about what though? Like, what are we talking? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what do I need to know? All I'm saying is about what Vrabel's gonna come in here and do what? Like, what is he gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, he's probably gonna have to come in here and overhaul to dudes that he wants. That's just what it is. These players don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're just not in that mode, I don't think, to the point where we gotta rebuild everything. Now we're in the point where it looks like we gotta rebuild everything, and I may be leaning in a different direction, but it's like we all agree that we're only a quarterback away.
Right.
We weren't saying that when Josh McDaniels was the head coach.
No, we were not.
Right? We were saying when AP came here and everybody wanted to play for him. That's just me. It doesn't make sense to mess up chemistry, and in the NFL, it's hard to obtain what they just obtained right now.
I agree. You are 100% correct. 100%. It's very hard to obtain.
It's hard to obtain what they got, bro. That's just me. Now, what we talking about? Chiefs, Bills. Oh, Chiefs, Bills. That's a hard one. Now, I'm taking
that's the game right there. That Chiefs Bills game.
The Chiefs are away for the first time in I don't know how long.
Yeah, and they don't have that offense. They don't have it. It's gonna be interesting.
Okay, wait a minute. Pause. I'm sorry. Ward. We got
I knew he was gonna say that.
Let's talk, brother, for real. All right, look.
Shout out to Ward in the building. Hey, I love it. You bring out the worst. I love it though. I do love it, Ward. I do. I absolutely adore your thoughts.
Let's talk. Look here, look.
So you let me hit War with this because obviously you came late. I'm just gonna hit you with this one. How about you? You know, I've already discussed this earlier, but you flip this on its head. How about thinking about it in terms of we don't have to divulge that information? How about we're playing chess while everybody else is playing checkers, and the fact that we want to keep everything a secret. We already know exactly what we have. We already know exactly who's getting hired. We just want everybody else to figure their own stuff out.
Now think about this.
Have you thought about that? It doesn't help anybody on our side of the fence to tell everybody if we've already secretly gotten everybody hired and we trying to get everything gone and together right now, right? I mean, just think of it from that perspective. Right, you can look at it and be negative from the way you're looking at it, but you can also flip that and be exactly on the other spectrum end of it and look at it from the positive note, as in, hey, we're not making it easy for all the other teams that have to make these decisions as well. And as long as they continue to think that AP is out there and available, maybe they continue to make a mistake and not hire as well. So look at it from that perspective, War.
Yeah, and shout out War. Honestly,
yeah, I love it, man. I love it. You see me,
like you said right here, right?
Glad you showed up, baby. I'm glad you showed
up. And like he said right here, like we don't have to do all that. And think about this. I want to put this point to you like this: all the other teams that do not have official GMs, has any of them made any roster moves like signing and cutting players? I don't think so. Not to my knowledge, right? But all of a sudden, the Raiders are cutting and waiving players. You can't do that without no GM.
No, you cannot.
You can't do that. Obviously, somebody's in there doing something. Like somebody's making some type of move. Who is it? Who knows? But we would assume it's the guy that's been in there the whole time.
Yes. I
don't believe that's true right there, man. I haven't heard no Raider and Harbaugh interview at all. And if so, they're doing a damn good job of hiding that. And you got some sources I can't believe. Because there's no way we have not heard that.
Right.
No way. If Harbaugh would have interviewed with the Raiders, it would have been all over the goddamn social media. All over.
Absolutely, 100%. We know that. We know it's false.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yes, it is possible. But we had to get War in. Going off topic. War came in here, man. We always had to give him a shout out, man.
I love it. Exactly. Yeah. Well, we love all views, man. This is not some echo chamber. I am not trying to agree with everybody on here. That is the furthest from what we want this station to be. Chat lives matter, baby. Y'all opinions matter.
The back and forth, man, as long as it's respectful, man. We're gonna keep respectful. And just know, even if we laugh, we doing all that, it's always respect to y'all, man, and y'all opinions. You know, it's always that. We just having fun around here.
There you go. Exactly. It's all fun and love. Love.
Going to Kansas City, going to the Bills, man. First time Kansas City is on the road, and this time, right, I want Josh Allen to get the moment. I do. I want Josh Allen to get the moment.
He deserves it.
Yeah, the way he was playing.
Him on his back.
So I'm gonna take the Bills on that one.
Yes.
But I won't say this, and I think I said this on your show the other day. If Mahomes does beat him, yeah, we gotta have that conversation because and the conversation is already had, but it's like. Now it's like a solidified ass conversation. Because you talk about going on the road with all the problems they have had this whole season and still balling and winning.
Wow.
Come on.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
That's all time. That's some shit like you start telling your kids about. Like I saw in Buffalo and like they were terrible and he still won. Like you know what I mean? Like come on, bro. And
this is where the legend is built.
We got to play that twice a year.
Hey, I'm telling you, this is where the legend is built because he's earning his keep now. It wasn't that, wasn't that easy, in the past. He earning it now, though. He earning every bit of it.
Yeah, he doing
every bit of it.
I'm taking the Bills. Of course, we got to take the Bills. But
everybody,
like we said, if he does do it, we got to give him props. Now we shift over to the NFC, right?
Yes.
These are some good games, bro. Now
I agree.
Where are you going to start? Let's start with the Lions and Bucks, right? Let's start with the Lions and Bucks.
I'm riding that wave, man. Again, shout out to the Lions, bro. I picked them to go to the Super Bowl. I didn't say they would win it, but I did pick them to go to the Super Bowl. Should have put money on it, man. I got them winning this. Yeah, I got them winning this. I got them winning the next game, no matter who won. Huh?
Right, I'm gonna ride the wave that they in Detroit. My thing is this, because Baker is so damn inconsistent.
He's good, but he's good. Hey,
when he's on, he's on. When he's
I'll take Baker. I'll take Baker than what we got.
Yeah, we should have took him this year.
I agree. We might be in the playoffs. Baker's a baller, bro. I'd have to bring myself to the front of the congregation on that one too. I was not a Baker fan.
I said the Bucks might be the worst team in the league. I can bring myself up. That was my prediction. But I go with Detroit. But Baker Mayfield win that. It's all respect, man. But he'll definitely get stomped if our next game goes according to plan, how it's supposed to. Right now, we go to the Green Bay and Niners. Now, look, I know all of us are Raider fans. I get it. I don't have me personally. You know what's crazy? Like, I don't have a lot of Niner hate. I really don't.
Right. I don't either. I have zero Niner hate, to be honest.
I really have Niner hate.
I'm from the East Coast, so I don't comprehend that. I'm from the East Coast. I don't comprehend that part. I comprehend the Chargers, and clearly I comprehend, hating Chiefs.
Right.
Who I hate the most is the Donkeys.
But and I understand you from the Bay. I understand, right?
Correct.
Because it's overbridged. Like I get that. So I understood why they did it. But like I don't really think. I don't know. Maybe the LA Raider fans don't like. Me personally, I don't have no hate towards them. We don't see them motherfuckers, so it's like it doesn't matter to me. You know what I mean? They matter to me. But they should win this next game. They should win this next game.
I agree. I mean, they should. I see the Ravens and I see the 49ers blowing those teams out. That's what I see.
At the Ravens and Niners
I see them sitting at halftime. I see they starters sitting third quarter.
I'm looking at a Ravens and Niners bowl. That's my prediction. Ravens and Niners. But
I got Ravens Lions.
Ravens, hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. The Ravens will stomp their ass out.
I think they're gonna stomp everybody in this house. I don't think the best thing to get a good game out of this is to make the Ravens the favorite. Because God, I'm telling you, if you make the Ravens the underdog,
no, for real.
Game over. It's game over. Because they play with a chip already on their shoulder. Making them the underdog is just guaranteeing that they're gonna win the whole thing.
I do agree. I think, Green Bay's defense might come back down to earth a little bit, because that offense for the 49ers is going to move, and they're going to be able to run the ball. And if I'm not mistaken, the Giants beat Green Bay just last month. So that's, it's not all that good, depending on the Giants are trash. So, I think the Niners should be able to come away with that dub. But Jordan Love, man,
he's a baller. He's a baller. He allowed himself to, you know what I'm saying, sit behind one of the best to ever do it, and he picked up all of that goodness. He really did. Shout out to Mask 80, man. Hey, I'm born and raised in Windsor, Connecticut, baby. So, I know exactly what you're talking about. I hate the Pads too. They stood us up, man. They stood us up at the
depends like where you live. Like for me, the Chargers, I despise them, bro, because it's a Southern California thing. You know what I'm saying? Sure. They was in Diego, so regardless of it, we still down there. So I hated the Chargers.
Yes. And I know that from the JUCO, right? I know all of that's why I say I understand that.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah.
It's just not for me, Yeah, that's what's up. Hartford in the building.
Yeah, my boy Federal said he's from NorCal as well. This is what I'm saying. It's a NorCal thing, bro.
It is.
It's a NorCal thing. Man, I miss going to Oakland for these damn games.
Yeah, that was wild.
That tunnel when you
was wild.
To the stadium, you know what I mean? They had the big little gate, perimeter at the top, little dome, bro. Like that was my shit.
Yeah, Yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
definitely,
we
man.
reaching far and wide, man. I like that. We got people from all over, from coast to coast.
Hell yeah. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe button.
Yeah.
That right there was another episode of the Turf and Rundown Show, man. I think this has been one of the better shows, man. I'm not gonna lie. We get better and better as we continue and grow, man, for sure.
We do. I agree, man. And I'm real hard on us, you know.
We try to get better every single show, man. We try to get better every single show. Trying to give y'all what y'all need, you know what I mean? And we're gonna continue to upgrade and bring you more content as we continue. You know what I mean? So
absolutely. Shout out to Brandon Martinez in Donkeyland. The reason I hate the donkeys more than anybody else is my roommate from college. He's born and raised in Thornton, and I had to listen to him yell John in the 90s in college. I hate the donkeys more than you'll ever know. That's the team I hate the most, more than any other team. It's the donkeys. That's me, though. I get why it's the Chiefs for most. I get it. I get why it's the Chargers. You know, I get it.
The Chiefs have stomped the Raiders for most of my adult life, so like I feel like that's probably where the hatred comes from. But you know, shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Hit the like and subscribe button, man. So once again, it's another Turf and Rundown episode. You know, brought to y'all live. We appreciate each and every one of y'all that has stopped by, man. Remember, hit all the buttons, and we're gonna see y'all next Thursday on the Turf and Rundown Show.
We out.